What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling fantastic today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old Moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void of course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so y'all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Mars Day. It's Tuesday. Hope you're feeling well. Hope you're feeling energized, ready to tackle the day. And also, and that's funny that it is Mars Day because the moon is in Scorpio, which Mars happens to rule over Scorpio along with Pluto. But with the moon being in Scorpio, this is a pretty intense placement for the moon because Scorpio really does feel to a degree that they feel with an intensity that's different from the other signs. So you may notice that you're feeling a little bit more than normal, Cancer. So just something to get eyes on there. But you also may notice too that you're just thank you. You may notice too, Cancer, that you might be feeling a little more attuned to the energies than normal. You know, because Scorpio can feel intensely. You know, you may, it's different when the moon's in Scorpio. It's like there's this almost like you can almost feel the how the energy kind of permeates throughout your surroundings. So just kind of pay attention to that. And Scorpio energy is good too, you know, if you need to get any sort of like, you know, because they're good with their finances. They're opposite sign of a Taurus. So this is things if you've been needing to take care of any like loans or, you know, get any sort of like shared assets, finances, anything along those lines in order. Great for that. But also a great energy for, you know, if you've been wanting to dip into like the occult side, Cancer, you know, maybe do some tarot, you know, maybe just like do some, just getting in touch with source. Great energy for that. And you may notice too that you may be feeling your presence may be a little more magnetic than normal. Scorpio has a way of just kind of drawing you in there, Cancer. So just definitely pay attention to that. And then you got that with the waxing crescent phase. And with this phase, Cancer, this is really about getting your, like really setting your intentions. Whatever it is that you wanted to get started on this new lunar cycle, really clarifying that and getting yourself more self-assured and more confident in whatever this is, you know. And being compassionate with yourself is while you're getting this, like getting along on this planning phase, because it can be a little tricky at first integrating a new type of routine or subbing something out or something along those lines. So work with this energy, Cancer, and really great for going within as well. So while you're feeling with this intensity anyway, really great energy to get connected with yourself, Cancer. And then last few things, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that are like watching Cancer, so definitely check them out. Very intuitive group, I think you'd enjoy them as well. One of them happens to be a Scorpio, Cancer. So, but let's get into your general energy of the day here. Ooh, Cancer, are we feeling romantic? Because you got the first card, all this water energy. You got the first card of Pisces here, which is the Roses card. And with this card, this is a card of love, romance, affection, appreciation, devotion, fond, delighted, high emotional IQ, gifts, friendship, infatuated, enchanted, passion, fidelity, tender, yearning, and attached. All right, Cancer. So it may not be full on romance, but the energy that's coming through here is the infatuated. And so maybe for some of us, maybe you do got a little crush on someone, Cancer. And if that's the case, you know, this might be, you know, Venus is in still kind of retrograde right now. She'll be retrograde till like the 3rd of September, but that doesn't mean we can't find love. You know, it might be this may be something where if you have an infatuation, maybe taking it kind of slow, maybe buying them, maybe showing them like a sign of your affection, maybe with like some roses, or maybe I don't know, tap into like your Knight of Cups energy, get romantic. You know, maybe we're I don't know, send them a card, or it's been a minute. Can you tell it's been a minute since I've been on a dating scene, Cancer? But however it is that we're you know, if you've just been kind of, or maybe even to Cancer, maybe you're noticing a signs that maybe someone's has maybe you caught the eye of someone there, and we're just maybe kind of feeling this thing out, and that might be, you know, while Venus is in you know, retrograde in Leo, you know, it's a great energy for, again, taking it kind of slow, really getting to kind of know each other. Because even when you think about Scorpio energy, Scorpio's not about anything superficial. You know, if they're going to get involved in something, there needs to be some depth there. And you know, I feel like this is an energy where, so I mean, may not be bearing our souls, Cancer per se, but this can really get a chance to just, like, again, take your time and really get to know each other on an intimate level, kind of take things slow, really enjoy the phases. You know, why rush to this thing? You know, we got, you know, I feel like it's always, you know, like we're always trying to go from like, okay, well, when are we going to get this, make this official? You know, when we're going to move in together, when we're going to do this, when we're going to do that. And it's just like, how about when are we going to go on our next date? You know, like, you know, maybe, or maybe like when, you know, like things along those lines. But yeah, I almost kind of getting to Cancer, and this is a little more abstract here, but I feel like maybe for some, maybe we're feeling kind of like almost like wanted to like flirt with maybe like an idea or something along those lines. Maybe you've been feeling with infatuated with the idea of like maybe you want to maybe pursue like rowing came to mind, for example. I'm just thinking of the crew card in this deck. It's just kind of randomly Cancer, but it's like maybe we're interested in like, I don't know, maybe like going on like a nature hike, or maybe there's like let me get a little bit more on this energy, Cancer. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, all right, Cancer. Thank you. All right, Cancer. So our ruler came out here. I love when the High Priestess pops up. Oh, and Scorpio, I'm with it. I love when you sync up with the energies, Cancer, because you got the Death card in reverse here, Cancer, and then you have the High Priestess, the Eight of Wands, and then the Two of Swords upright. And you know what, Cancer? I almost kind of feel with the Death card kind of popping up here, I feel like maybe for some, if we have been kind of been like, if we've been looking for love, and maybe if we're noticing things haven't been happening as fast as we would like to, maybe with like the Eight of Wands being upright here, I feel like there's a need to maybe change our approach with how we're going about things. Maybe this is something where we've been a little timid. Maybe with the Two of Swords here, it's just something we've been just kind of on the fence. It's just like, do they like me? What don't they like me? Well, what if I can't do this? You know, or what if they don't do that? Or what if this, you know, like just like constantly thinking about this stuff, as opposed to just sort of like letting things maybe just kind of happen naturally, just like trusting your instincts that you're gonna know exactly what you need to do when it comes to the situation. But I feel that if we don't make a move, then, you know, it's like when you get those messages, it's just like, just go for it, Cancer, just go for it. Because here's the thing, even if, let's say, your feelings aren't returned, if this is something for you, Cancer, you know, like you're reaching out to someone, at least now you know, as opposed to staying in that state of like, well, what if, you know, if I had done this or if I had done that, then, because you never know what opportunities you might miss out on. But and that too, Cancer, I feel like when you get to at least get the answers that you're looking for, and it might sting for a little bit. You know, no one likes feeling rejected, but then that kind of frees up your energy for the love that really is meant for you to kind of come in and really kind of take hold there, Cancer, and potentially, you know, kind of change your life there up. But and this might be even on the flip side, Cancer. Maybe you've been getting a lot of messages for someone here, and it's just like, if you, I feel like we want to be careful with like kind of like this Two of Swords energy, where it's just like we're on the fence of like playing the field, for example, or like, you know, like kind of like stringing them along, you know, kind of maybe breadcrumbing. And it's not to say that you're doing that, Cancer, but it maybe not like intentionally. It's like, you know their feelings, like it's not that they're, necessarily like the best person. It's like I'm almost getting a sense of like we're waiting for like the one, and it's just like we're kind of stringing this along just on the off chance, that things change. But that's kind of a weird place to be, Cancer, because you're tying up your energy and you're tying up this person's energy as well. And even on the flip side, Cancer, if you've noticed that you're being breadcrumbed, like you've expressed your feelings, but you notice that maybe they'll entertain like a date or two, or maybe they'll send you like little nice text messages back, but there's still not that motion that's happening. I feel that if nothing's changing, then we gotta again trust that intuition. It's just like, what, maybe it's time to you let me know when you're ready to take this thing to, maybe go on this date or take things a little bit further. But if not, then Cancer, you got other things that you need to be doing. You can't have the high priestess. You're syncing up with the energies, Cancer. You got because that's even too. I like that, because on the waxing crescent it talks about the card associated with this energy, which is the high priestess. So you really are syncing up with the energies in a way, and I feel like that once you free yourself up, love is just really going to kind of fall into line here. But very interesting energy, Cancer. I dig it. What a strong start there, Cancer. I love when you do that. Let's get some more tarot on this. Thank you. Alright, Cancer, let's see what else is going on here. Interesting. Okay, so you have So you have the King of Moons, the Six of Swords, and then the Ace of Moons in reverse here, Cancer. And then you have the Five of Moons and the Magician upright. And just a sidebar, Cancer, the moons in this deck are cups, and then the stars are pentacles. And I kind of feel with this energy here, Cancer, that maybe for some, I almost feel that maybe for some we've have this energy where we might be kind of hung up on someone. Maybe maybe we've been. It's just like we know in our like heart of hearts that we just like, it's like we feel maybe so deeply for this, maybe like this person or something along those lines. But it just feels like that the energies are not quite being reciprocated like we would have hoped, and now we're in this place of just like real disappointment. This might have been someone maybe that we felt was like maybe even like on a soulmate level or something along those lines, Cancer. And because the Five of Moons, that's like real kind of like deep disappointment. We really kind of invested ourselves kind of wholly and really gave ourselves, and that's really, I feel, kind of tough for our energy as well, just because again we are very emotional, and a very emotional sign, Cancer. I feel like when we allow ourselves to when you've expressed that level of vulnerability in things, that when that's not returned, I feel like that, and not that you want to take it as deep as it is, but it can happen, Cancer, and it can almost get to this place of where we feel that we may not be able to, we may never find that like spark again, is what I'm even kind of getting with the Magician here, that maybe something like this will never cook up like that or something. But I do feel, Cancer, that if that's something you've been feeling as of late, that where this relationship may not have panned out how we thought, the nice thing about this is, though, is that it does show that there are people that we kind of care for out there, and that, like, how do I want to put this, Cancer? Let me get a little bit more on the Magician before I kind of get into that. Thank you. Alright, Cancer. So I love that you got Aries and Scorpio on Mars there, because Mars rules both Scorpio and Aries. But You have the Magician is clarified by the Emperor in reverse, and then the Ten of Wands upright. And I feel that for some, okay. So, I feel that, if we felt this disappointment, that we may feel that we may never love like that again, that that it's like, or that we don't even want, maybe for some of us, we don't even want the burden of that, like that it's just like that way too much, it hurt too much. And because, I mean, Ace of Moons, King of Moons, that's a real sort of deep kind of love there, Cancer. But the thing I feel like with the Emperor is that, you know, healing is difficult, but it takes time, and it's how long it takes is differently for everyone. I'll give you an example, Cancer. This is like way back. I had this real kind of deep crush for like the longest time. It was so, when I think about it now, it was younger then, and it was just felt real deep. But never quite thought that you would meet something like that. And then I got end up meeting someone else and got married and had a whole thing. It was a lovely little thing, but it does always come back around, Cancer. And you do, I feel like there are, many loves that we're meant to experience, and not even just in a romantic capacity, but even like a friendship and things along those lines. But I feel like, try not to let this one situation define the rest of your journey, and it will shape it in a sense, and it teaches you too. Like, you can learn a lot from these experiences as well, Cancer, and it helps you grow and helps you, maybe practice a little more discernment, kind of take things a little bit slower and things like that, Cancer. All right, I like that. Now let's get a little advice from Mars and Pluto. All right, Cancer. All right, last little bit here. Oh, and there we are, Cancer. Ooh, and the full moon. I like that. Yeah. All right, Cancer. So last little bit here. You have the Queen of Moons and the Four of Stars in reverse, and then you have the Four of Moons, and then one of the special cards in this deck, the Full Moon here. And let's switch back over here, Cancer, because I feel with this energy that with the Queen of Moons being here, especially if this is something where if we had like a disappointment or something where things didn't quite, maybe feelings weren't reciprocated or anything along those lines. Again, take this time to kind of take care of yourself, Cancer, and reflect on this thing, because I feel that sometimes with the Four of Moons popping up here, when we do get our, maybe when our feelings haven't been returned and things, that we can get into this place of where we'll say like we'll never love again, we'll never trust again, we'll never do anything like that again. And you want to be careful with that, Cancer, because I feel that really does, that cuts you off from what the universe really has to offer here, with the Four of Stars being in reverse. I feel that it's, because there are, and I know this may sound a little hackneyed, Cancer, but there are lots, again, there's plenty of fish in the sea, and there are, these relationships and things and these experiences help shape us for when that one does come along. It really is a time of celebration and unlocks a new side of you. And because the full moon is about, that things come into celebration in a time, and also it can be a time of reflection and think about regrets and things too. But I feel that with all these lunar shenanigans that are going on here, High Priestess, full moon, you know, give it a few cycles, Cancer. Allow yourself to heal, and I feel that you'll get back in the dating game in no time there, Cancer. You know, it'll come, and it comes in the most it's like in most mysterious ways. So I dig that, Cancer. And if anything of that resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and share this, Cancer, if you know someone who's been kind of been just kind of dealing, maybe just got about maybe out of a breakup, or maybe again maybe we went to put our hearts out there and then they didn't get returned, and you know that's always a bit of a sting. But you know, share this, Cancer. And then if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell button, get notified on all these videos each day. And then last little bit, check your sun, your moon, your rising. I mean, because look at that, you got the moon and Scorpio here, all that good stuff. But check your Mars, you just check your chart, Cancer. And then come on over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do weekly videos there, monthly ones, yearly ones. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer. And I like that. You got the Ten of Swords in reverse here. And that's a card, you know, with the being in reverse. You know, we're healing from this, Cancer. You know, this might have been something where, you know, again, you know, we may have felt like, you know, we've hit rock bottom. Like, how could this have happened? You know, we were allowed ourselves to be so vulnerable and things. But now this, I feel like, is a time for you to, again, to reflect on how this experience and allow yourself to heal and be compassionate with yourself. Because maybe for some was just like, how could we not have seen this coming? You know, we start beating ourselves up. And Cancer, we're all learning on this journey here. And well, let me get your oracle card. Oh, Cancer. I love that. You really are syncing up with the energies in a wonderful way. Because you got the Hergon Sacha card here, which is a transfiguration card. And guess who it's ruled by? Mars and Pluto. So, you know, Cancer, and this is basically like a tower here. And, you know, things may have not worked out how you thought it was. But that doesn't keep, you know, there's going to be change that will happen, you know. And this does, even these rejections, they do shape you in a way. You know, they teach you discernment. You know, it just, you do learn a lot about yourself as you grow through this journey and experiencing things. But I feel like, again, we want to be careful about like cutting ourselves off, because if we don't experience life, you know, and go through these that love and those hardships and things, that, you know, just limits the experience, Cancer. You know, we're not getting the full thing that this journey has to offer here. So yeah, I like that, Cancer. I feel like, you know, don't try not to let these disappointments and things allow you to deter you from taking action, you know, from putting yourself out there again when you're ready. You know what I mean? I feel like this is something too, you know, you don't have to force it. You know, whenever you feel healed and feel confident enough to put yourself out there. So I dig it, Cancer. Man, you're just your energy's on point today, Cancer, and just always, Cancer. But all right, you stay safe out there, professing your love and all these infatuations, and enjoy that, Cancer, because it always is a nice little feeling there. You keep eyes on the moon. She's been keeping an eye on you there, Cancer, and I like that. You know, moon's always got your back, and you always gonna heal through the stuff, Cancer. And I will catch you on the next one tomorrow.